It's March 10th here in Karachi, Pakistan, and we've all heard about all these stories that have been coming out in recent days about Pakistan possibly being included in a new travel ban. But this was a Reuters story, and then a CNN story came which said that, which quoted a White House official as saying that nothing has been finalized as yet, and anybody who's talking to that effect doesn't know what they're talking about. But obviously, it's clear that there's some proposal. When President Trump took office, he did pass an executive order, and then it said that basically that people coming into the US needed to be vetted properly, and because the US needed to be safeguarded against people who were hostile to it and who had bad intentions towards the US, which is perfectly understandable for any country. And as part of that, they conducted a review. They are conducting a review, and they probably will end up with a travel ban or a travel advisory or a travel prohibition, whatever you want to call it. And the story was for a lot of people in Pakistan that Pakistan might be included in it, which I think is surprising for many reasons. And let me list them one by one. For starters, a lot of the countries that are on the travel ban are countries where the states and the governments are hostile to the US, and that's not been the case at all with Pakistan, where its cooperation with the US military has been there for years. In fact, we've seen just last week that President Trump mentioned Pakistan by name in his address to Congress regarding the capture of a wanted terrorist who was involved in the Abbey Gate bombing in Afghanistan when the US forces were withdrawing. So that we saw that happen, and then we also saw in the past we've seen lots of people have been arrested and extradited to the US, wanted in the US, and with the cooperation of the Pakistan government and the Pakistan military especially. Moving on, America has around at least up to 2023 700,000 people of Pakistani origin, and these are people who are very important members of the community: doctors, scientists, teachers, entrepreneurs. Even the owner of a NFL team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, is a Pakistani origin name, a US citizen by the name of Shahid Khan. So they are very well integrated in the US economy, and they've been there for many years. They've been studying there at some of its top universities. I myself went to two very good universities many years ago, came back to Pakistan, did not stay there, did not overstay. I've been there many times, I've never overstayed, and there are many thousands of people like me. So there are like over 700,000 people in Illinois, in New York, in Chicago, in Texas, in Houston. And my thing to them would be that you need to talk to your members of Congress and your senators and all, and tell them that it would be foolhardy to include Pakistan in such a list. Pakistan is also the US is also one of Pakistan's is Pakistan's largest trading partner, and there's bilateral trade between them around $7 billion. And Pakistan also has the world's largest Fulbright program, where people from Pakistan go for PhDs and masters, and they come back and they contribute to the economy and to society. So there's a lot of strong ties between the US and Pakistan. So it really is difficult for me to understand why Pakistan would be included in such a list. And I hope people in the US, especially Pakistani Americans, do hear this and do understand that they need to reach out to their members of Congress and all, and impress upon them that this would be very foolhardy. This also probably would end up pushing Pakistan further towards China, and I'm sure that's not something America wants either, given its geostrategic location. I also like to add that American culture, American TV shows, American movies, American stars, celebrities are very popular in many parts of Pakistan, especially the urban areas. Tens of millions of people follow them very closely. So people in Pakistan generally, yes, there's a problem that they have. They don't like a lot of policies that the US does in many parts of the world, but a lot of people all over the world have problems with US policy, and even people in America, American citizens, also sometimes disagree with the policy. But again, that should not be grounds for barring travel from altogether all Pakistanis from Pakistan to the US.